This is a series of 3 fascia movements that you can do to wake your body up so you have healthier breathing, less pain, and healthier movement throughout the day. I love doing fascia. It completely changed my life when I started doing it. Not only did it release stored emotions and stored trauma, but it just opened my breathing up so much. And breathing is one of the most important things that you can do to have a healthier inflammation response. The best way to think about fascia, if you've never heard of it before, is it's basically long extended yoga poses, usually in a twisting position. And what we're doing with the body is when we twist, this is the first one that we'll do, when we twist, we're creating more tension in the fascial network, and then we're stretching it from the inside out by breathing into it. And you can think about it as kind of filling yourself up like a balloon and then stretching that stiff, dehydrated tissue within yourself from the inside out. And when you do this enough times over and over again, you're going to have healthier breathing, you're going to have healthier movement. So let's go ahead and let's get in the first position. What you're going to do is put one foot across the other. We'll start with the left over the right. And then you're going to put your left hand over the top of your right shoulder, your right hand underneath your left shoulder, and then we're going to look to the left, and last but not least, we're going to push your tongue into the right cheek. And so if you notice, we're twisted down here, we're twisted in the opposite direction up here, we're twisting the head again in the opposite direction, and then the tongue is pointing again in the opposite direction. So we're getting like a maximum twist with all the soft tissue and all the fascia within your body. So again, let's reset and do it along with me. Left foot over your right foot, left hand over your right shoulder, right hand under your left shoulder. Turn your head, and you want to look up kind of at a 45-degree angle up to the left, and push the tongue into your right cheek. We're going to Kegel to anchor the root of the fascia, and then we're going to breathe in fully, hold it briefly at the top, and then exhale. And then exhale. We're going to do this for 10 breaths. Let's do it for 6 breaths. All right, and then we're going to keep our feet in the same position. We're going to switch our arms, and then we're going to look in the opposite direction and push our tongue into the left side of the cheek. And again, it's for 6 breaths. All right, check it out. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to switch the feet. And when you cross your feet, if you feel like a little bit off balance, which is totally can happen, and I actually put my foot a little bit too far over to the side, so I was a little bit wobbly on that one. So what I'm going to do on the next one is I'm going to move it more in front. We don't want to over twist. We don't want to turn our head as much as we possibly can. We want to find a nice, comfortable place where we're a little bit stretched, but not too much. One of my clients actually overstretched this, and I've overstretched it in the past too, and it ended up giving him a little kink in his neck. So you don't have to push it too hard. All right, we're going to go right foot over the left, left hand over the right shoulder, right hand underneath the left. Turn your head to the right, look up at a 45-degree angle, and push the tongue into the left cheek. 6 breaths in and out through the nose. Readjust a little bit if you need to, and then we're going to switch hands. Right hand over the left shoulder, right hand under the right shoulder. Pull to the right side, and then we're going to look up to the left. And tongue into the right side of your cheek. Notice where you have tension. I tend to have more tension on my right hip here. Also, my right jaw is a lot tighter than my left. And so going in this direction was a little bit trickier. You're gonna notice this, your body's imbalanced, and so one side is usually gonna be harder than the other. Either you're gonna have more tension or it'll be harder to balance in one direction. Next, I'm gonna do one that goes in a few sequences. And again, I want you to focus on not overstretching. So the first one, Filmer, Henry, if you wanna come in a little bit and get the back of my head, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook our fingers for this first part, hook them underneath the base of your skull. Again, make sure to create a strong foundation, squeeze your glutes, and Kegel to engage the root of the fascia. And then you're going to look up. Henry, if you want to come around the side now. You're going to look up as you pull up against the base of your skull. And what I don't want you to do, if you want to focus the shot down here, what I don't want you to do is bow your belly out like this. We want to keep the glutes engaged so that the stomach stays more or less flat. And we want to focus the stretch up here at the base of the skull. You're going to pull up, push the tongue to your roof of your mouth to anchor the top of the fascia, and keep your gaze up, and we're going to go 6 breaths in and out through the nose. You might notice that there's tension in your neck. I also have tension here, so I can tend to get tight underneath my shoulders. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lean forward just slightly, and you can see how slight the lean is. So we're not going all the way forward yet. We'll do that in a second. This is just a slight bend forward, keeping the glutes engaged. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna breathe in from this straight position, hold it, twist to the right, and look to the right. And then as you exhale, come back to center. And you're gonna breathe in through your nose, look to the left, hold it for a second, and then breathe out as you come back to center. And we're gonna do 6 reps of this. Shake it out. Next, we're gonna do the same thing, but in a deeper squat. And depending on how good a shape you're in, you might wanna only do this for 3 sets or 3 reps in case you get tired. And you can do the same with any one of these. If you wanna just flow through it a little bit faster, you can do fewer reps and do it as more of a shorter morning routine or evening routine whenever you're doing it. Okay. I'm gonna hook the fingers behind the head again. And this time we're gonna bend forward a lot more at the waist. So right about here. And we'll just do this one for 3 reps. So again, it's in through the nose. Turn. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale and turn. Exhale and back to center. Come back up, shake it out. Now we're gonna do the last step. We're gonna widen the stance just a little bit. We're going to hook the back at the base of the head again, and then we're gonna go down into a full squat. And you're gonna pull the neck down gently. Stay here. Don't forget to engage the root of your fascia when you do this, and still push the tongue into the roof of your mouth. This is something that you want to make sure you're doing throughout all of these movements. And wherever you have a stretch in your hamstrings and in your glutes where it feels like you can't go any farther, go ahead and stop right there. There's no need to push it. We're going to do 3 breaths in and out through the nose, holding the inhale briefly and then exhaling. In through the nose, hold, exhale. Hold, exhale. And then as we come up, hook the base of your head, look up to the sky, take a few more breaths in and out through the nose. All right, and now the last one. It's a little bit of a neck stretch, and this is really good for draining inflammation from the face as well. The lymphatic vessels that drain inflammation from the face, get toxins out of the face, run right here. And this is going to stretch everything and open everything up. This is also going to make your breathing feel a lot more comfortable breathing into your chest. I always feel great after I do this one, and even if I'm not doing the full sequence, I usually do this one every morning. So what you're going to do is, the key to this one is to pull tension on the skin on your shoulder, the fascia that's on your shoulder. So you're going to put your right arm over your left shoulder and pull down. And then you're going to take your left hand and push it into this area here, right below the jawline. You can play around with placement if you want to do it more into the meat of your neck here, or a little bit more on the bone of the jaw. You'll notice how it changes the tension a little bit. So as you do these, one day after the other, you can play around with where you place your hand. Again, we're going to start by kegling to anchor the root of the fascia, and we're also going to push the tongue to the roof of the mouth. So go ahead, put your right arm on your left shoulder, pull a little bit of tension on the skin, push up into this area, look up to the right. You should feel a stretch right here. And then we're going to breathe in and out fully for 6 breaths. Oh yeah, I'm getting bit by an ant. All right, I'm going to switch. I'm going to do the right side. Left hand on your right shoulder. Pull tension, and this helps to do it with a shirt because the extra friction makes it easier. Pull down. Put your hand underneath your jaw, right in the meat of the neck right here. You're going to look up to the left and breathe in and out through your nose 6 times. There you go. That's your either morning or evening fascia routine. I like to do a shorter routine at night as well. I always find that I sleep better. It helps me breathe more fully while I'm resting. And of course, I love shaking my body loose at the beginning of the day too. Hope this video was helpful. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.